Welcome, everyone, to this week's 8-week class series. My name is Erlene Tilton. I'm excited to be on with you today to share with you about this class topic, which is essential oil foundations. And I'm super excited to share this information to you. It's basic information, but I know many of you on the call will really enjoy the information that we share here today. So we are just going to get started and get on to our presentation. Okay, essential oil foundations. You know, the one thing that I learned when I became introduced to more essential oils is that essential oils were not new. They've been around for thousands and thousands of years. They were found in the Egyptian tombs. They were used by the Greeks, the Romans, the Chinese, and there's 188 references in the Bible. So they've been around for years. We know that frankincense and myrrh were given to the Christ child. So it's exciting that they've been reintroduced to us in these days. In the mid-1900s, we again began more using essential oils, and now we have essential oils available in so many different ways. And I love what doTERRA has done and in the essential oil industry, because they work closely with many of our medical professionals, bringing the Eastern and Western together. When it comes to the research on essential oils, doTERRA is really hugely involved. They want that validation that essential oils really are, in fact, very effective. And so they're working with many doctors, many hospitals, medical centers, and so that we can ensure that that validation is there. We do have a source to you site, which is specific for those medical professionals to be able to go to and see the type of research that is being done in the way of essential oils. doTERRA separates itself from many of the other companies out there specifically by this co-impact sourcing. This is really huge. It is where we really work with people in their localities throughout the world who have these indigenous plants that are producing these amazing essential oil products. This is very important because doTERRA really cares about the climate, the time of year, the time of day, the type of plant, what part of the plant. All of these things really affect the end product and its purity and potency, which is really important. And you can see that doTERRA is able to source their essential oils through all of these different countries throughout the world. And we have a vast amount of countries and places that we get such amazing essential oils. Now, for most of our oils, we do a low heat distillation process, all except for our citrus oils, which are cold pressed extract. Our other essential oils do go through this process. And basically, it was really amazing to see this firsthand when my husband and I went to Guatemala with doTERRA for their humanitarian project there. And we were able to go right there to the plant and see the extraction process of the cardamom, which was just really amazing. It helped me understand how important, it helps me understand why doTERRA is different and how they separate themselves from other companies because of the things that they understand and what they expect in the end product and how important that really is. For instance, Some companies maybe extract for an hour or two, and doTERRA does the extraction for 8 hours because the most therapeutic benefits comes at that 8th hour instead of in 2. So quick distilling is sometimes cheaper, but you lose out on all those benefits. So to me, that was really amazing. Now, the other way that doTERRA separates itself from any other company is our third-party validator. This is very, very important, and this person is Dr. Robert Pappas. And actually, Dr. Pappas is the world's leading expert in essential oil chemistry. He's really an amazing man. If you don't know him, get to know him. Essential Oil University online or on Facebook. He's amazing because he tests essential oils. He really cares about what's in essential oils, and he really works with doTERRA. Well, actually, we work closely with him to ensure that the essential oils that we source are really the oils that are going to produce this certified pure therapeutic grade standard that we really expect. So we do a lot of rigorous testing. Even after Dr. Pappas tests it and makes sure that it is the quality and the purity that we expect, doTERRA does that second validation. They test them, and then they do a third validation after all of these different testing processes. Once they are bottled, they randomly choose bottles and make sure that there's no contamination to ensure that every bottle, every batch is tested and made sure that we have that certified pure therapeutic grade. Essential oils are volatile, which mean they evaporate easily, which is important to understand. I've seen people that don't even put their lids on their bottles, and they don't realize that they're losing their essential oils, but they can be classified in 3 different notes: top note, middle note, and base note, depending on their volatility or the amount of vapor that escapes. So you can kind of see in this short diagram, it's not all of our essential oils, but you can see kind of what our top notes, middle notes, and base notes. And again, based on the evaporation process. So you can see that our top notes, our citrus oils especially, evaporate much more quickly. Our middle notes are more of our leaves and our plants, or maybe our seeds. And then our base notes are actually our either roots, our woods, our barks, our resins, and they're usually our thicker oils and don't evaporate as much. This is important because when it comes to the blending process, we've learned that a really good blend usually contains at least 1 top note, 1 middle note, and 1 base note. And we'll talk a little bit more about blending in just a minute. So blending essential oils. These are things that I've learned from doTERRA is really, really important to understand. It's usually best to just layer. For instance, if you've injured your knee and you want to apply more than 1 oil, just apply your first oil and then wait 20 to 30 seconds and then apply the other oil. Because once you blend your oils, basically you create a new chemistry, and it creates a new vibration within that oil. So again, from doTERRA, I've learned that we need to just trust doTERRA's blends. They've created amazing blends, and we can trust their blends because they've done their homework. They know how to blend. It really is a science. Because in blending, when you blend several oils together, the chemistry does not change. It's what's there is there. However, it can greatly affect the therapeutic outcome of your blend. So it's important to understand this, because I've had many people say, I created this blend and it worked really good, but I did it again and it doesn't work at all. And so they're thinking, well, if I just combine all my oils together and take them all at once, it's just better. But you know what? You can be flattening the effects basically. So either learn how to blend properly or leave it to our skilled professionals. One book that I just absolutely love is called I Am Fabulous. And actually, the gal that wrote this book has really done her homework. And right in the front of the book, she talks about the chemistry does not change, but it can greatly affect the therapeutic benefits. So make sure and know how to blend. And she gives specific instructions on blending. So if you don't know how to blend correctly, again, please, be cautious and either learn how or trust doTERRA's blends or learn how to do it correctly. Now, let's understand how to use our essential oils, because there's several tips that will help you understanding in using them more effectively. First of all, you can see this bottle of Balance. It is our grounding blend. If you go to the Modern Essentials or the Essential Life books, which are great best resource books, you won't see the word balance there, but you will see grounding blend. So make sure that you know these blends and take note of what these blends are. And it may be, we have several of our blends and what their names are. And so make sure that you know that. You can see that right under doTERRA's label. And it will help you be able to effectively be able to research those. Now, also when it comes to our essential oils, if they are safe for internal use, they will actually have a supplement fact label. Our essential oils are considered supplements, just like, purchasing a can or a package or a box of something from a grocery store where it has a supplement fact label. You will see that supplement fact label too on our essential oils that can be for internal use, where you won't see that on, a box or something that you find in the pharmacy. There's no supplement fact label if it's something that's just, for some other use than internal use. So keep that in mind and look for that supplement fact label if you're not sure whether it's good for internal use. Now, you can see here several labels that will help you with the method of application as well as skin sensitivity. For application, A is for aromatic use, T is for topical use, and I is for internal use. For skin sensitivities, NEAT can be applied straight on the skin. And many of our oils we can apply straight on the skin without any type of dilution. S means sensitive. And this applies to many times younger children or elderly, or even sensitive areas on your body. For instance, you're under your arm or in your groin area, on your back, or on your belly, which may not be exposed as much, so it's more sensitive. So you'll want to sometimes dilute in those areas. And D is basically dilute most of the time. Now, of course, there's those other cautions. Keep out of the eyes, ears, and nose, and dilute with a carrier oil, not water. Now, if you look at, here's just some examples of dilution ratios. I always thought that oregano was our hottest oil, but if you can see by this chart, actually cassia passes in all of these. So, that's just why I really like doTERRA's new Touch line of essential oils. They are diluted in different proportions according to what the oil is. So I like the fact, again, that they have done their homework and they know what is the best dilution. And they know what's safe where we may not know, but this is a good guide for some of your hotter oils. When in doubt, dilute and use fractionated coconut oil. Now, I really love fractionated coconut oil. Of course, fractionated just means the solid parts are removed, so it will stay liquid all year round in that bottle. Now, fractionated coconut oil, it's interesting to understand that it actually has similar characteristics as essential oils themselves. And it has the ability to pass through a cell just like essential oils do, carrying further and deeper the healing qualities of the oils themselves. So I love the fact that it absorbs quickly. It's not greasy, it's not heavy, it's not sticky. I know some of the other carrier oils I've used, like jojoba oil and I'm not sure exactly what's the other one that I've used that just seemed really heavy. And this is, and also like olive oil. Olive oil is great too, but it interferes with the odor and, I'm sorry, the aroma of the oil. So even though it's okay, it's actually better to use the fractionated coconut oil because it doesn't interfere with the aroma of our essential oils. So keep that in mind, and that's why I really, really do like using the fractionated coconut oil. So why plants? If you look at plants in themselves, our plants do have many functions, but if you look at humans, our bodies, they have a metabolism, they have a hormonal system, they have an immune system, they have enzymes, and they help to fight bacteria, fungus, parasites, even viruses, and plants do too. They have that ability to do that. So you can see that, humans and plants work well together, and that's why essential oils work so effectively. In addition, it's interesting to understand that when a plant is cut, it produces an oleogum resin, which initiates healing in the plant. So think of what it might do for your body if it's initiating healing in the plant itself. Essential oils are smart. They absorb into your body quickly, but essential oils know which are healthy cells, and so which ones to support and to nourish, and which are not healthy cells, which actually need to be discarded. And so they actually support those cells in the right area of your body as well. So they work positively for you because they are pure and they have that therapeutic ability to really create action on a cellular level, to give the body the tools it needs to heal itself. Now, as we look closer at plants themselves, I love this plant here, and I want you to see this visual. This is just really amazing as you look at this, because you can see where are flowers on a plant. They're kind of up on the upper part of the plant, right? And the fruit, where is the fruit? It's up at the higher part of the plant. These are more elevating. Where our leaves, they're more nourishing. Our twigs and berries are more nourishing. We look at our bark and our wood and our stems, they're more for our structural and for our core. And we've got our bark and our wood that are more prominently for more core. Our resins are more for our blood and our immune system. Our seeds are more for our reproductive systems, and our roots are very grounding. And so as you look at that plant and you can kind of remember that, you can almost kind of see think about which oils would be more uplifting and which ones would be more grounding and which ones would be more strengthening and which one would be more nourishing. It's really based on what part of the plant they come on. And I just love that in plants and how they really benefit our bodies. So let's look at different oils from these different areas. The first is the citrus and our berry oils. You can see there we have several citrus oils, and we have a couple of berry oils. These are cleansing, strengthening, invigorating, uplifting. They're energizing. We know especially our citrus oils are very energizing. We can add a drop to our water or smoothies, use them in different things. Our foods. Bergamot is one of these. Now, it may be one that you're not quite as familiar with. Bergamot is actually from a citrus fruit, and actually it is grown for the essential oil because people don't eat bergamot like they do lemons and oranges and grapefruit, because it is it's just too sour and too bitter. So it's an amazing essential oils. It's good for the skin, good for emotions and feelings. And I particularly use bergamot. People that know me know that I love bergamot specifically because with muscle testing, I found that this is really, really a strong oil for me, where most of the other citrus oils really test weak for me. And I could see this happening initially. So that's just because of my own body chemistry. That doesn't mean that is yours. In fact, you may do better with lemon or wild orange or grapefruit or whatever, but I really do love the benefits of bergamot. Next, we have our flower oils, and I've always said I'm a flower child. I just love all the flowers. They're just amazing essential oils. They're light, energizing, focusing, delicate, sparkling, radiant. I just love flowers. You know, what kind of a flower doesn't make people happy or doesn't put a smile on somebody's face? We love flowers and their aroma and what they do and just making us feel good. I definitely love helichrysum. It is one amazing oil. It's more expensive, but let me tell you, it's worth its weight in gold. It's great for the skin. In fact, my daughter called me one time because my granddaughter fell for the third time in 2 months and split open her forehead. And so the first 2 times she had taken her to the emergency room. This time she called me. I asked her to get out her helichrysum. Good thing she had it. Just a dot out. She explained later that it helped to stop the bleeding immediately. And she just kind of watched over the next little while as it just seemed to pull the skin together and seal it shut. And a week and a half later, as she was excited to show me that you could hardly see where the cut was, whereas where the stitches was, you could still see the scars. So it's a great oil for stopping bleeding, for scars and stretch marks and any type of skin conditions, and for quick recovery. We have our leaf oils. Many leaves oils, you can see we do a lot of cooking with a lot of these oils because they're very nourishing, they're very good, they are uplifting, strengthening. And one oil that is really good that you may not be familiar with is marjoram. Marjoram is excellent for the heart. It's really good for muscles, really good for the nervous and respiratory systems as well. I always say marjoram for muscles. It's a great oil. It's in our Deep Blue blend because it's really good for supporting healthy muscles. Our twig oils, cypress, white fir, Douglas fir. I love each one of these. White fir is specifically one that I've had great successes with, originally because of shoulder issue that I was suffering with that really gave me a lot of grief for several months. And when I found white fir, it was just amazing. No other oil that I was trying was doing anything compared to what white fir did for me. Also for a knee issue, I've found great success with white fir. So if some of the oils that you're using that are normally for pain and for inflammation don't work, then try white fir. It's just a great oil for muscles and for emotions as well. Now we have our bark and wood oils, a variety of those, which are really good for balancing. They're inspiring. Now sandalwood is another one of my favorite oils. It's really good for the skin. Again, it's grounding as well as uplifting. I've just had just a certain condition as well in talking about my knee, that I've used it in conjunction with the white fir and it's produced amazing results. So sandalwood is definitely an oil that I love. It's also good for relaxation, reducing stress. You'll find a number of ways to use sandalwood. Now we have our rhizome and root oils, ginger and vetiver. Those are grounding and balancing, stabilizing. Vetiver is one specifically that a lot of people find really good success for calming and grounding, also for focus and mental clarity. Whether it's young children or even adults that are challenged with focus and mental clarity, vetiver is a really, really good one. It's also one that people love going to sleep with at night because it's really helpful for calming and helping people have a great night's rest. And then we have our resin oils, frankincense and myrrh. They're both really good for building your immune system, for an inflammatory response, for your skin, for emotions. Both of these oils are excellent for that. So let's just highlight myrrh. It's got good properties for the mouth and throat, and I will tell you that if you ever have any type of hoarseness or loss of voice, go for the myrrh, a couple of drops on the back of your tongue, and do that throughout the day. It's amazing, very soothing, great for the skin, good for reducing tension, and again, for building immunity. Keep that in mind. We have our seed oils. And these seed oils, remember, our seeds are really for our reproductive system, hormonal system, but they're also good for digestive and liver as well. And let me just highlight fennel. I really like fennel. In fact, my favorite oils to put in my water bottle is a couple of drops of bergamot and a couple of drops of fennel. Fennel is great for digestion. And I think that, we can always benefit from a little bit of good digestive support. I love the taste. It's got a little bit of a sweeter taste than, that just is very pleasant. And so it's a great oil to be able to add in your water. Just 1 or 2 drops. Very, very effective. So I shared with you about maybe some new essential oils that you haven't tried yet. Hopefully you'll give these a try, and hopefully it will help. This has kind of helped you understand a little bit more about where our essential oils are sourced as far as locality around the world, as well as the part of the plant where these essential oils come from, which is really good information that I enjoy learning. The best way to purchase your essential oils is actually through our Loyalty Rewards program. I love this program. I have been on this program since day one that I started, because as I always tell people, you can buy your oils retail, wholesale, or below wholesale. And this is our below wholesale program, because we get free products back by purchasing on our Loyalty Rewards program. By coming onto this program, you can see months 1 through 3, you get 10% back on your purchases, at least with 50 points and above. And then months 4 to 6, 15%, and the increments go up until month 13. You get 30% back. What store in town or in the world gives you 30% back on what you're purchasing? I think it's just totally amazing. And you also can qualify for the oil of the month with 125 PV by the 15th of the month. You get the free oil of the month. Plus, you get free shipping if you order online and on your Loyalty Rewards program. So there's so many awesome benefits and ways for you to get free oils, and that's amazing. So would you like to get your oils free each month? This is what I love about doTERRA too. When I first started doTERRA, I enrolled with my friend just because I wanted to learn more about essential oils. I had learned, that essential oils are effective, and I was told about essential oils, the purity of doTERRA essential oils. So I was anxious to get started, but I wasn't interested in the business or classes or selling them at all. But 4 months into it, as I just began talking to people about essential oils, I was amazed at the interest. People were really interested in learning more. They were asking questions. They wanted to know more. And, I began getting those fast start bonuses on a weekly basis, 20% back. That was amazing. And it wasn't long till I started getting these Power of Three team bonuses. And at month 7, I got this $1,500 bonus. I thought that was so amazing. You also get Unilevel, which is paid on a monthly basis, which is amazing. This is residual income. And this was something that I desperately needed then and really do appreciate now. This is all in the name of helping people find solution to the many challenges that they face each and every day. I love essential oils. They say that there's an oil for everything, and I totally believe it. But think about the people out there that you talk to and that are your neighbors, your family members, your friends that are having health challenges. Do you think essential oils can help them? They definitely are, as I have found, safer, more effective, and less expensive. And I love being able to share essential oils with other people, something that I love doing, and I also get paid well for doing it. So consider that, because it is a great business, even if you just want to host a class on an occasional basis. It's a great way to share essential oils with your friends. So thank you so much for joining me this week, and please join us next week for more essential oils education. We want you to learn more about essential oils and their benefits, and hope you've found a lot of great information today and you can go and use that.